For over 50 years, you've been told what not to eat. No fat, no butter, no bacon, no dairy. Eat your whole grains, follow the pyramid. And yet here we are. Type 2 diabetes is an epidemic and it's getting worse. Hi. I'm Jared, RN, combat veteran, and diabetes dropout. I reversed my own type 2 diabetes without a single medication, and the foods I used to do it will probably surprise you because many of them are foods your doctor may have told you to avoid. Today I'm going to give you 12 foods that keep you full, fix your blood sugar, and reverse the root cause of type 2 diabetes. Here's the thesis of this entire video. Fix the blood sugar problem, and you fix your real risks. Everything else is just noise. So let's get into it. Food number one is eggs, the most complete food on the planet. Eggs are loaded with high-quality protein, healthy fat, and virtually every nutrient your body needs. B12, choline, vitamin D, selenium, and they have zero impact on your blood sugar. Zero. Your pancreas doesn't have to work when you eat eggs. No insulin spike, no crash, no hunger an hour later. I eat eggs every single day. They're the foundation of my morning protocol. If you do nothing else from this list, start with eggs. And yes, the whole egg. The yolk is where the nutrition lives. Throwing away the yolk because you're afraid of cholesterol is a 50-year-old sentence that's been thoroughly debunked. Eat the egg. Food number two, ground beef. This isn't diet food. It's real food. Ground beef is one of the most protein-dense, nutrient-rich, satiating foods you can put in your body. Iron, B12, zinc, complete amino acid profile. And it keeps you full for hours because protein and fat together are the most powerful hunger suppressants that exist. When I reversed my type 2 diabetes, I was eating ground beef regularly. Not chicken breast, not a protein shake, ground beef. Here's what matters for blood sugar. Protein doesn't spike insulin the way carbohydrates do. Fats don't spike insulin at all. Ground beef is protein and fat. That's exactly what your metabolism needs. If you're trying to hit adequate protein, and you should be, ground beef is one of the most efficient ways to get there. Food number three, cabbage. Cheap, filling, almost zero carbs. A cupful of cabbage has about 5 grams of carbohydrates. You can eat a mountain of cabbage and barely move your blood sugar. Meanwhile, the fiber fills you up, feeds your gut bacteria, and keeps your digestion running. Red cabbage especially is loaded with antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds that support metabolic health. Now here's why this matters for diabetes reversal. Volume matters. One of the biggest struggles people have when they reduce processed carbs is feeling like they're not eating enough. Cabbage solves that problem. It takes up space, it fills the plate, it fills the stomach, and it costs almost nothing. Saute it in butter. Eat it raw in salad. Have it with sauerkraut. It doesn't matter. Just eat it. Food number four, avocado. This is one of the few foods that is almost entirely fat, and that's exactly why it belongs on this list. Avocado is loaded with monosaturated fat, potassium, fiber, and magnesium. Magnesium deficiency is incredibly common in people with type 2 diabetes, and it plays a direct role in insulin resistance. Most people don't know that. But here's the main reason avocado makes the list. Satiety. Fat slows digestion, and it blunts the blood sugar response to everything you eat with it. Add avocado to a meal, and that meal keeps you full longer and hits your blood sugar softer. No sugar, no insulin spike, hours of satiety. Half of an avocado with eggs in the morning is one of the most metabolically stable breakfasts you can eat. Food number five, butter. Here's where your doctor may disagree with me. Butter. Real butter. Not margarine. Not a butter substitute. Butter. For over 50 years, we were told that saturated fat causes heart disease. We replaced butter with seed oils and margarine. We followed the science, and rates of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease went through the roof. Here's what I tell every client who says their doctor told them that the butter's going to kill them. Fix your blood sugar problem, and you fix the real risks. Cardiovascular risk in type 2 diabetes is driven primarily by chronic inflammation and elevated blood sugar, not dietary saturated fat. The research on this has shifted dramatically in the last decade. Butter is not your enemy. Processed carbohydrates are. Butter has zero carbohydrates, zero blood sugar impact. It's pure fat. And fat doesn't spike insulin. It makes food taste good, which means you actually eat the food you're supposed to eat. It keeps you full, and it's one of the most ancestral, real foods on the list. Cook your eggs in butter. Cook your cabbage in butter. Cook your ground beef in butter. Eat real butter. Eat real food cooked in real fat. That's not radical. That's common sense that got buried under 50 years of bad nutrition policy. Food number 6, cottage cheese. High protein, low carb, incredibly filling, and it makes the whole thing feel less like a diet. 1 cup of cottage cheese has around 25 grams of protein and only 6 grams of carbs. That protein to carb ratio is almost unmatched by any food that tastes this good. Here's why that matters. Adequate protein is one of the most underrated tools in diabetes reversal. Protein preserves muscle mass. Muscle is metabolically active tissue. The more muscle you have, the more insulin sensitive you become. Protein also has almost no impact on blood sugar when it's eaten in the context of a low-carb meal. Cottage cheese is one of those things that people see as a diet food. Low-fat, sad diet culture food. It's not. Treat it right. Full fat, real toppings, part of a real meal, and it becomes a weapon. Food number 7, walnuts. This is the best nut for metabolic health, and the competition's not even close. Walnuts are one of the few plant foods with a meaningful amount of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s reduce inflammation. Inflammation drives insulin resistance, and that connection is direct and it's well established. Walnuts also have protein, fiber, and fat, the satiety trifecta. A handful of walnuts between meals kills cravings without touching your blood sugar. Here's a practical application. When you feel the urge to reach for something crunchy and snacky, reach for walnuts instead. Same texture satisfaction, zero blood sugar consequence. You just replaced a metabolic problem with a metabolic solution. Food number 8, broccoli. If there's one vegetable that belongs on every diabetes reversal list, it's broccoli. High fiber, low carb, anti-inflammatory, and loaded with sulforaphane, a compound that's been shown in research to improve insulin sensitivity and reduce blood sugar levels. Most people don't know about sulforaphane. Most diabetes content doesn't talk about it, but the research is real and it gives broccoli a specific mechanism of action beyond just being a low-carb vegetable. Fiber also slows glucose absorption. When you eat broccoli with a meal, it blunts the blood sugar response of everything else on the plate. It's not just a side dish, it's a metabolic buffer. Eat it roasted, eat it raw, steam it, just eat it regularly. Food number 9, cream cheese. This one surprises people. Cream cheese is almost pure fat, with very little protein and almost zero carbohydrates, which means it has almost no impact on blood sugar whatsoever. Here's the real reason it makes this list. It makes the protocol sustainable. One of the biggest reasons people fail at diabetes reversal is they feel deprived. They white-knuckle their way through a restricted diet for 6 weeks, and then they snap. Cream cheese on celery, cream cheese on a sauce base, cream cheese mixed into eggs. These are real food combinations that feel indulgent and keep blood sugar stable at the same time. Sustainable beats perfect every single time. If cream cheese keeps you on protocol, it belongs on the list. Food number 10, Greek yogurt. This is the one no one expects on the diabetes reversal list, and it might be the most important one for long-term success. Here's the connection that most diabetes content never makes. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria. Those bacteria regulate inflammation, hormone signaling, and how your body processes glucose. When your gut microbiome is damaged by processed foods, antibiotics, and stress, you get increased intestinal permeability. Inflammatory compounds leak into your bloodstream and drive systemic inflammation. That inflammation directly worsens insulin resistance. So poor gut health is not just a digestion problem. It's a metabolic problem. It's a diabetes problem. So Greek yogurt with live active cultures feeds the good bacteria. Better gut health means less inflammation. Less inflammation means better insulin sensitivity. Better insulin sensitivity means lower A1C. On top of that, Greek yogurt is high in protein. It keeps you full, and it makes the whole thing feel less like punishment. Get the full-fat version. Check the label. You want live active cultures and nothing added. Plain is best. Add walnuts, you've just built one of the most metabolically stable snacks on this list. Food number 11, one of my favorites, heavy cream. Pure fat, zero carbohydrates, zero impact on blood sugar. Heavy cream in your coffee replaces the sugar and flavored creamer that's spiking your blood sugar every single morning before your day even starts. Most people with diabetes are starting every day with an insulin spike and they don't even know it. Switch to heavy cream. Black coffee with heavy cream. That one change alone removes a daily blood sugar assault from your protocol. Heavy cream also adds satiety to anything you put it in. Sauces, soups, coffee, it extends fullness without touching your glucose. And for people who are transitioning off of sugar and processed food, the richness of heavy cream makes that transition feel like an upgrade instead of a punishment. Food number 12, bacon. I saved this one for last on purpose. Bacon. On a diabetes reversal list, your doctor probably just cringed. The ADA, they would disagree, and I'm telling you, bacon belongs here, and here's why. Bacon is protein and fat, no carbohydrates, no blood sugar impact. It's satisfying, and it makes the protocol feel like something you can actually sustain for the rest of your life. Here's the argument I make to every client who comes to me scared of bacon. What's actually killing people with type 2 diabetes? Chronic high blood sugar, systemic inflammation, insulin resistance that never gets addressed. Those are the real risks. Fix the blood sugar problem, and you fix your real risks. Bacon does not raise your blood sugar. Processed carbohydrates raise your blood sugar. Whole wheat bread raises your blood sugar. The oatmeal your doctor told you to eat raises your blood sugar. Bacon does not. Now, quality matters. Get the best bacon you can find. Minimal ingredients, no added sugar. But remember, the idea that bacon is the enemy while whole grain cereal is the hero of the diabetes story is exactly backwards. And it's exactly why so many people are getting worse instead of better. There's your list. 12 foods that keep you full, fix your blood sugar, and reverse the root cause of type 2 diabetes. Eggs, ground beef, cabbage, avocado, butter, cottage cheese, walnuts, broccoli, cream cheese, Greek yogurt, heavy cream, and my favorite, bacon. Real food, not a supplement, not a prescription, not a program that costs you thousands of dollars. Real food you can go buy at Walmart today. If you want the exact daily protocol, how to put these foods together, how much protein you actually need, and the full framework I use with my clients, download the free guide in the description. And if you want to go deeper on exactly why your blood sugar stays high, no matter what you do, watch this video next. It's the most important thing I put on this channel. I'll see you there.